Hey everybody, this is Ryan with Z Strength coming at you with another review. Today we're going to have on board the RoMech Mini Crane Scale. And you might be asking yourself, why is he reviewing this? This is for weightlifting. What? Well, I think this little buddy right here is a super underutilized piece of equipment in the fitness space. So this is going to be the RoMech 660-pound mini crane scale, and I'm going to post a link to it in the description so that you guys can go find it, because there are a ton of these on Amazon, and there are knockoffs, there are other brands, everybody makes this exact same one, but I'll post a link to the one that I have so you can get the exact same one that I have, the same quality, so there's no issues there. The reason I'm reviewing this is because if you're utilizing bands, if you're utilizing chains, any dynamic resistance like that, you're going to want one of these. On Amazon, this is like $32.95. It's super cheap. It's good quality. And the reason I use it is because when you're utilizing bands or chains, but specifically bands, they're going to have, like a resistance range or a weight range on them. They're going to have tables, but you got to remember that those measurements are taken very specifically under very specific circumstances, and the setup that you're going to be using them for in the gym or at home is going to be different than the way the manufacturer tested the resistance ranges in their setting. And on top of that, the way you're using them, you're utilizing them more than one type of way. You're utilizing them, if you're utilizing them for a bench, for a squat, for a deadlift, for a good morning, for whatever, the tension is going to be different. And the way to make sure that you're staying consistent is with, you guessed it, one of these. It's also a really good way to check and see if your bands are losing their elasticity. So over time, over stretching, over use, bands throughout any brand, any quality, are going to lose their elasticity. It's just the nature of the beast. And when you can consistently check the tension on them, you're going to be able to make sure that the resistance stays consecutive. So what I do, and what's so nice about this little guy is it's screwed in. It's got a little cotter pin to make sure it doesn't come off. Put the hook in, hit the button, and boom, zeroed out, ready to go. It's actually pretty accurate. It's been tested against multiple different areas. You can see in the comments on Amazon, the reviews there, that people have tried to test how accurate this thing is, and it's pretty much spot on. So you turn it on, you're just gonna hook your band right here, and then what I always do is I hook my band right here, and then depending on the resistance, if it's lighter resistance, usually if it's under 80 pounds, I'll just kind of grab the unit like this, and then just hold the face towards me, and then lift it up to the bottom of the range of the motion for whatever I'm doing, and then lift it up to the top of the range of the motion, and then I know, okay, at the bottom the resistance is 60 pounds, and at the top it's 80 pounds. And then I can log that in my book, and I know, okay, so when I'm doing my volume, I know, that it's within those ranges, and then I can say consistent. And when I go back and look, if I'm setting up the same bands, I can see if the elasticity is falling off or anything like that. Another way you can check is if, and even for gym owners or home gym users, if you just set your bands up the same way, have the same setup for them, you can attach them to the crane scale and then just check, go along, set them up, check, and then you'll see if you have a pair of bands, if the elasticity is the same, or if one of them is falling off and you need to replace one. or not. And then and you can also use it for chains. So the same principle applies. You hook the chain, right into this guy right here, hook the chain in, and then just go through the range of motion that the barbell would be moving with the chain, and then you're going to know the resistance, because as we know with accommodating resistance and chains, as the chain links hit the floor, that weight is taken off of the overall weight of the chains, and as it's picked up, it's increased. It's the same logic as bands. And I can do another video on the differences, but with the crane scale, the same logic is going to apply. So the nice thing about this is a cast aluminum crane scale. It comes with the 3 batteries that you need. I have not replaced the batteries, and I've used this thing for a very long time. I beat the hell out of it. I throw it in my gym bag when I was doing dynamic work at the gym. So I can, people looked at me funny, but you know what? My numbers are accurate, and I'm not throwing up what I think the band is, or I'm not going to overload the barbell with bands thinking that it's a lot less than what it is, and then all of a sudden I get underneath it and have bigger issues. You wouldn't throw on plates that you didn't know what they weighed, so why are you going to throw bands on when you don't know what the tension is? And this little buddy right here is your best friend for making sure that doesn't happen, and all sorts of other things that I just covered and more. So overall, if you're utilizing bands, if you're utilizing chains, especially if you're a gym owner and you have bands and chains in your gym, mostly bands for this purpose, and you want to just make sure that your quality's staying above par, you pick up one of these. It's $33 on Amazon. The thing's solid metal. It's not coming apart. The battery lasts forever. It's super accurate. So I would definitely recommend picking up one of these if everything I said applies to you, or even if some of it applies to you. Go check this thing out. And the last little tip I'll get is if you're measuring tension that's above 100 pounds or something that's a little bit heavier for you, you can attach a carabiner to the top here and then just use a cable attachment, whether it's a rope attachment, an easy curl bar attachment, whatever's easier for you. You attach the carabiner with that handle attachment, and then you can pull and either have somebody read this for you, or you can try to do it and read it yourself. And you can measure higher tensions as you need it. But yeah, definitely check it out. If you use something similar, or you have a different method of measuring band tension and chains outside of just using paper charts from manufacturers, please let me know. I'd love to hear about it. I'd love to learn about it. And I'm sure the audience as well would love to hear different types of methods, so we can kind of grow our library together. Please comment, like, share, subscribe, blow it up. I appreciate everything. I appreciate you guys coming by, hanging out, checking this out. If there's any other products you want me to review in the future, any other type of content you want, always feel free to drop me a DM. Let me know. I love hearing that kind of stuff. Other than that, I'm going to see you guys in the next video, and I can't wait for it. Check you guys later. Bye.